Shalom, all praises to Yahweh, Ba'ashem, Yahushua, Ba'ashem, Rakakwadash. Double honors to the apostles, the elders, salutations to you, sincere brothers, teaching and truth and sincerity. A lesson will be entitled, They Hiss and Gnash Their Teeth. Lord, will you are edified. Video was inspired from the TikTok platform page WTKR News 3 for use.
Somebody break it up.
This is sad, y'all.
My sister Circles and I were out celebrating our Friendsgiving. We arrived at the restaurant. Shortly after arriving, we only had time to give drink orders. We didn't even get our drinks. And a physical altercation happened between two African American women. We did not know them. We were not affiliated with them. They were at another table. They began to fight. The situation was diffused by management and other staff members. The management came over to our table and told us that they would not be servicing us tonight. We had to leave. I questioned, are you shutting the entire restaurant down for tonight? No, we're just not servicing you all because y'all like to fight. We became shocked, confused.
Zephaniah 2:1. Gather yourselves together. Yea, gather together, O nation not desired. And that nation is referring to Israelites, so-called Negroes, Hispanics, and Native Americans whose father's lineage goes back to Abraham, Isaac, and Jacob. Desired, right, means what? These other nations don't give a fuck about you, starting with the Edomites, so-called white people, based on the lineage of their father, right? And their father's lineage goes back to Esau. Verse 2, bring the decree, bring forth, before the day pass as the chaff. This is going into the destruction of America, which is by default the end of Esau's rulership. Before the fierce anger of Yahweh come on you, before the day of Yahweh's anger come on you. So right now, only the elect will revert back to Yahweh, Bahashem, Yahushua via the Spirit, because of it was predestinated. Okay, predestinated. It's like it was predestinated, right? The 2/3 / the non-elect scattered outside of America, they will be destroyed. Verse 3, seek you Yahweh, all you meek. Meek is another way for saying the elect. When you investigate meek in the Hebrew, you have a definition such as saintly, Saintly, which have wrought his judgment, seek righteousness, seek meekness. Only the elect. It may be you shall be hid in the day of Yahweh's anger. Isaiah chapter 63 and verse 1. Who is this that comes from Edom with dyed garments from Basra? Basra was a capital city within or of Edom. That's America. Okay? This that is glorious in his apparel. Now, this is referring to Yahushua traveling in the greatness of his strength, the fathership, and he will be accommodated by the heavenly hosts. Okay, starting with Michael the archangel, I that speak in righteous, mighty to save. So again, it may be you shall be hid in the day of Yahweh's anger. So if you are the elect, okay, you will be saved by default, okay? And it's Yahweh Shai that is doing the saving. Yahweh Shai is doing the bidding for Yahweh. Now, let's revert back to what's Salakia. Let's go to Lamentations chapter 2 and 15. All that pass by clap their hands at you, and these other nations are still clapping their hands. If you are clapping at something, you are rejoicing. You are happy because of that moment. Okay? So when these other nations saw our downfall, okay, they rejoiced greatly. All that pass by clap their hands at you. They hiss, meaning what? Whistle. Okay, and also when a person whistles, that is a sign of rejoicing. Okay, like for example, if you see a person that scores a basket, you may have a fan or two in the audience, okay, whistling. This is how, or this is the same thing as hissing. Hissing and whistling are the same thing. And wag their head. Wag, meaning what? Shaking. Okay, so these other nations, when we went down, they were clapping, they were making whistling sounds, and they were shaking their fucking hands because of great rejoicing. Okay, and they're still doing this at this time frame right now. And I will prove that. They hiss and wag their head at the daughter of Jerusalem. Daughter of Jerusalem, we went down as an entire nation, saying, is this the city that men call the perfection of beauty? Remember, we are the only nation that received the law, statutes, and the commandments, hence us being called or identified as the perfection of beauty, the joy of the whole earth. All your enemies have opened their mouth against you, talking shit, gnashing the teeth. When you gnash your teeth, people, you are grinding like, yeah, got these niggas. They are grinding their teeth as they're fucking speaking. They say, we have swallowed her up through the process of slavery. Okay, because we broke the laws, statutes, and the commandments. We have swallowed her up. It's like we have swallowed her up. Certainly, this is the day that we look for, we have found, we have seen it. Okay, so at this time frame, it's still happening. Case in point. Pay close attention to these Edomites in this restaurant. Look at your boy. He's talking shit, smiling. Now look at these niggas as he's standing near his girlfriend.
Somebody break it up.
This is sad.
Now look at your boy at the table. So he's drinking, onlooking, right?
Hey, y'all.
My sister Circles and I
Look at your boy. Still got that fucking smirk on his face.
were out celebrating our Friendsgiving. We arrived at the restaurant. Shortly after arriving, we only had time to give drink orders. We didn't even get our drinks. And a physical altercation happened between two African American women. We did not know them. We were not affiliated with them. They were at another table. They began to fight. The situation
Look at their faces. Look at your girl in the red. Look at this bitch sitting down.
was diffused by management and other staff members.
Look at your boy. Look at these niggers. Look at them. Can't go anywhere. Look at them.
The management came over to our table and told us that they would not be servicing us tonight. We had to leave.
So you can only imagine their thoughts and what they're saying to each other, right? So let's go to one more precept. Isaiah chapter 30. Oh, Salakia. Let's go to Job chapter 30. Verse 1. But now they that are younger than I, younger, meaning what? They are insignificant. Okay? And from a spiritual sense, they are the youngest. But also, again, younger, when you investigate this term in the Hebrew, it means insignificant. Then I have me in derision. Meaning what? They're mocking us now. They are mocking us, you know? And we saw that. You had your boy standing up, had that smirk, talking shit to his girlfriend about these niggas fighting and shit, right? And then you had those other Edomites at the table. One, that man was sitting down, right, onlooking, right? And then the two women had these devilish smirks on their faces. So now they have me in derision, whose fathers I would have disdained, meaning what? To have sit with the dogs of my flock. And I want to say that disdain means not allowed. Let me just make sure. Or Slocky, yup. To reject, despise, or refuse, not allowed. So Lord will, this was an edifying lesson. You see it, 1044. All praise to Yahweh Shem Ashai. Shalom.